Hey everyone, welcome to Arsenal Fan TV, and this evening's match has just finished at the KC Stadium. Arsenal winning the game by 3-1. A really good performance from Arsenal, a very, very crucial victory which will see us climb the table with a game in hand over Man City, so hopefully we can get that top 2 spot this season and really improve from where we were this time last year. Of course, this was a big win for us. It was never going to be an easy game. Hull City are on the verge of relegation at the moment, fighting tooth and nail to stay in the Barclays Premier League. And to be fair, I was expecting a bit more from Hull today. I'm a bit surprised that, especially in that second half, how easy it was for us. I felt at times it was a little bit like a training match. With all respect to Hull, I do think in that second half they came out, they played a little bit more against us, but at times it was very, very easy for us, and they allowed us to play our own game by sitting deep and just allowing us to press, and that really did cost them in the end, as they did concede some relatively sloppy goals, which certainly they might look at it in that respect. But on our behalf, I think it was an absolute quality performance. Although we did get quite a bit of luck with some of the goals, the moves we were making, the intricate passes, that third goal we scored was absolutely superb. And it was an all-round very professional performance from Arsenal. Certainly the kind of performance I want to be seeing more often, and next season I really hope that we're putting in this kind of performance on a regular basis, because these are the kind of games that win you the Premier League. And you know, it certainly gives me a lot of confidence, the fact that we've won 8 games out of 9 now, and we're playing some very good football. And like Jamie Carragher, like Gary Neville was saying post-match, we do need to just really take a look at Chelsea, look at what they did in the summer, just get a couple of key players in, another central midfielder, another top-class striker, someone who can challenge Giroud. I think I noticed from Giroud today, he wasn't really in the game as much as I would have liked him to be. If we were to bring in someone of, I don't know, just as an example, someone like Lacazette, I think that could certainly really emphasise and really exhibit the kind of talent that we've got going forward. I think that'd be an excellent player to bring in, just using him as an example. But I do think just a world-class striker would do us the world of good, just to really build our attack, because at the moment we've scored 100 goals this season. It's a great landmark to reach, and just to think that we could add on to that next season, it would really really improve our title charge, which I think we potentially have a lot of belief in next season. But taking a look at the game this evening, we lined up with the same team that's practically been playing really well for us recently, and that did include Aaron Ramsey playing on the right-hand flank. And I think maybe if Danny Welbeck hadn't got a slight knee injury going into the match, would Ramsey have played on that flank? It's something that I think really is up for debate. I would have liked to have seen Welbeck start this game if he was available, but Ramsey put in a very, very good performance today, getting the goal, getting a world-class assist as well. Brilliant performance from him, and it's got a lot of credit has to go his way, I think. Playing out on that right-hand side, it's not his natural position, putting a very, very reassuring performance there. But it just really shows how low down Theo Walcott is on the pecking order now. He didn't come on until the dying stages of the game, really, and it's a shame that he's not really getting any game time. But it is very hard to leave Aaron Ramsey out of the side. I think he's one of the first players on the team sheet, and you can just see wherever he is on the pitch, he kind of guarantees you goals in a way, he guarantees you assists, and the more playing time he's getting, he's improving more and more and more. When he had those injuries earlier on in the season, he wasn't putting in the best of performances, but now I can put a lot of confidence in him. He's looking like the Aaron Ramsey of last season. Very good performances, very good passing, intricate play with the rest of the players, and we're really starting to see that those combinations in midfield with Aaron Ramsey, Santi Cazorla, Mesut Ozil. It's a majestic midfield display from Arsenal, and all these players, the chemistry within the team is absolutely phenomenal, and that was on display throughout the course of the game. An absolutely superb exhibition match from Arsenal this evening, and a very professional performance. But with regards to the rest of the lineup, I mean, like I say, it's practically the same team we've been starting, and it's been working so well for us. The defence was on point, pretty much, apart from the goal that we conceded. Hector Bellerin had a very good game at right back. Mertesacker, Koscielny, I kind of feel that they had everything to do. Although it's hard to really look at the defence, they didn't have a lot to do this evening. Francis Coquelin in midfield. There were times in the game when Hull were putting a lot of pressure on us, and Coquelin was there to break up play, and it was him that was leading some absolutely superb counter-attacks at times. There was a moment in the game where he won the ball in our own box and led a dynamic counter-attack against Hull, and he was very pivotal in our performance this evening. Man of the match, Santi Cazorla, him playing alongside Coquelin. I think this is actually a very good topic to bring up. I think you had Gary Neville and Carragher speaking after the game, saying that potentially Coquelin and Cazorla isn't a pivot that's going to win you the Premier League. I think if Cazorla is to continually put in consistent displays of this quality, who's to say it won't win you the league? I do still think we do need to bring in another centre midfielder. I also think we need to take into account that at some point someone like Wilshere or Ramsey will start playing alongside Coughlin as Cazorla starts to deteriorate in his career. But I think for now, for next season, it is something we can look to. But I do think we still need someone to really bolster our stance in that position, to offer something else. I mean, if you look at Chelsea yesterday, when they were able to finish the game with Kurt Zouma, Mikel and Matic in midfield, we need that kind of strength in depth. We need someone like Schneiderlin who we can bring and bolster our stance in that area of the field. But that aside, I think the midfield display was absolutely superb from Arsenal. Absolutely took over the game, running around Hull. It was a very, very good midfield display. Up top as well, it was actually up top. Looking at up top, Alexis Sanchez was superb throughout the game, and of course he rightly deserved the goals that he scored. But Olivier Giroud didn't really get into the game that much. He was in some of our build-up play, but it was a relatively quiet performance from him. This is what I think separates Giroud from possibly a world-class talent. I do really highly rate Giroud. I think he's done magnificently for us this season, but I feel that someone, like I've already mentioned, Lacazette would be able to get into that game a little bit more, burst runs forward, because that's the only thing Giroud can't do at times. He does fail to get into specific games, and it's not that he missed chances today, it's just that he was kind of a passenger throughout the course of the game. But that aside, I think it was a very good, reassuring performance. We got our first goal through an Alexis Sanchez free kick, and it was rather fitting that he took a deflection off ex-Tottenham captain Michael Dawson on the way into the back of the net. A goal that we certainly deserved, and from that point, this is when we started to look really, really good on the ball. First of all, the free kick, looking at it, we were fortunate to get a deflection, but it was a very good goal at that. We deserved the goal, rightly so. And like I just said, we put in a very majestic performance after that. Really, really intricate and exciting football from Arsenal. Expansive style of play, and this is what I want to see more of. We've got the players to do it. The calibre of the side was absolutely magnificent, and we got our second goal, again with a bit of fortune, but it was a world-class assist from Santi Cazorla, playing in Aaron Ramsey. First of all, bringing the ball down on the half volley, turning around his man, and it was a very lucky deflection, but it was going on target anyway, and it goes in past the keeper. A very good goal, albeit a very fortunate one, but we rightly deserved to be 2-0 up. Good fortune was going our way, and it was a goal for Ramsey, and he went on to get an assist, another world-class assist, playing it into Alexis Sanchez. The counter-attack was absolutely magnificent. Tom Huddleston, the catalyst in midfield for Hull, or so he's meant to be, loses the ball, and it's just excellent build-up play first. So I think it was Cazorla plays it to Ramsey, Ramsey plays it into Sanchez, rounds the keeper with absolute ease, and then puts the ball in the back of the net. 3-0 up. It was relatively easy. It was kind of, like I say, it was training ground stuff, and we were thoroughly enjoying our position in the game. And we go into the second half, and it couldn't really have started any worse. We could see the goal, and it goes to 3-1. It was an unfortunate goal to concede, I think. You could say. I mean, Koscielny goes down. I think Milo it was that took him out. I mean, it wasn't exactly a foul, but it was unfortunate on that behalf because Koscielny couldn't get back. It left a big gaping hole in our central defensive position, and the ball went into the back of the net. A free header by Quinn. It was a sloppy goal to concede. It should have been dealt with a bit better. If Koscielny was on his feet, then we probably would have cleared that. But unfortunately, we did concede. But you got to credit the team. We did kind of shut the game down at that point. The whole chances were few and far between for them. Although that's not to say he didn't have them. You do see at times that we start to panic a bit. And Doy had a very good chance after that, a header which he just put over the bar. But unfortunately, we did see the game out. Another positive we can take from the game is, of course, Jack Wilshere getting about half an hour on the pitch. It was really good to see him come on, and he didn't look phased at all by his injury. He looked very, very, very sharp, and he's not a player like Ramsey at all. He drives at players. I mean, this is how he gets his injuries, by running at players, by drawing the fouls from the opposition. And I thought he was just superb when he came on, but that's an area of his game that he's certainly got to look at. He's got to release the ball early. I think that's what everyone says about him. But apart from that, he was quality when he came on, delivered some excellent balls. Every time that a whole player went to try and get the ball off him, they couldn't. He was playing the right passes at the right times, taking it around players with ease. And it was very, very good to see him come on. He offers a different option to someone like Ramsey. I think he did well on that right-hand side when he entered the field of play. And overall, it's good that we've got such a nourished squad. I almost said malnourished there, but fortunately, we've got a very good squad at our disposal, and we can. Although it's the end of the campaign, we've got a lot to look forward to. We've got the FA Cup final, we've got potentially a second place finish, and we go into next season with a lot at stake really. We've really got to keep this squad fit. We know what they're capable of now. It was an excellent performance tonight, and like we've seen over the past 10 games or so, we are capable of putting in world-class displays and competing with some of the best clubs in the world. But we've got to keep it up. We've got to keep the squad fit. Just look what a fully fit team does to your confidence and to your performances on the pitch. But it's a great win this evening. Leave your thoughts on the game in the comments box below. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, as well as checking out my own channel, AFC Game by Game. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, and I will speak to you later, guys.